Hi everybody, this is Rock WES, and today I'm reviewing the Beatles' third album, A Hard Day's Night. It was their third album and it was their first movie at the same time. And A Hard Day's Night came out in July 1964, and it was a turning point in the Beatles' career and in the rock music as well, because for many reasons. First of all, it was the first Beatles album, the first complete album with only original songs. There were no cover songs on that album. It was their first album as international stars. I consider this album as the British invasion album because the British invasion started, I think it was in the spring of 1964. It started in April or May 1964, and the album came out in July. But a song from the album, Can Buy Me Love, came out as a single during that period in April or May 1964, and that's why I consider this album as the British invasion album, maybe the first British invasion album. And here the sound of the band, the sound of the Beatles really changed because George Harrison started to play with his famous electric 12-string Rickenbacker guitar, and it really changed the sound of their music. And a lot of people after that started to play with Rickenbacker guitars and Ludwig drums and the rock music. Because if we take a look back at their first two albums, Please Please Me and With the Beatles sounded like a rock band, a rock and roll band, but with A Hard Day's Night, the things were changing and their rock music turned to pop music or pop rock music or beat music if you prefer, but it was turning into something else. And I think it was also on Hard Day's Night that the Beatles started to work with the overdubs, which was a technical progression. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I really think it was with this album that it started to work with the overdubs. And it was a major musical progression, better musical arrangement, better songwriting, better melodies, better vocal harmonies. A great album, a fantastic album. So we have 13 songs here on this album, and let's take a look at each one, at each and every songs of this album. So the album starts with the title song, which is A Hard Day's Night. Great song, great catchy song. I like the lyrics, I like the rhythm, the energy of the song, and of course I love this famous opening chord, and it's a 10 out of 10. Next song, which is I Should Have Known Better. Pretty simple melody, pretty simple lyrics, but at the same time the melody is pretty simple but pretty nice, and I think the harmonica gives a lot of charm to the song, and it's a 10 out of 10. Next song, which is If I Fell. Great vocal harmonies, a great chords progression. This is a beautiful love song by John, and it's a 10 out of 10. Next song is I'm Happy Just to Dance with You. George sings the song. This one is one of my least favorites, but it's not a bad song at all. It's still a good song. I like the chords progression, and melody is fine. I would give it probably a 9 or an 8.8, but probably a 9 out of 10. Next song, Am I Lover? Another love song, but this time it's a love song by Paul for Jane Asher. Pretty nice melody, and the thing I love best, and I think it's the same for most of the people, it's that famous doom 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 doom, and George had the idea for that, and it's a 10 out of 10. It's a classic. Next song, Tell Me Why. Like I'm happy just to dance with you. This one is one of my least favorite, but once again, it's not a bad song. Uh, the melodies is pretty cool. I would give it probably not a 10, but something like an 8.8. Yeah, something like that. 8.8 out of 10. Next song is Can Buy Me Love, and this is another classic and pretty catchy song. I love the rhythm, guitar, and the lyrics. The lyrics are pretty cool too. And this is a classic. It's a 10 out of 10. Next song, Anytime at All. Another catchy song. There's a lot of catchy songs on that album. There's a lot of energy on this album. And right from the beginning, you can hear the drums, and I like the energy of the song. Nice melody, nice guitar, and it's maybe not a 10, but at least 9.5 out of 10. At least 9.5. Next song is I'll Cry Instead. I really like the rhythm of the song, the rhythm even in the vocals, the way John sings the song. It's pretty catchy. The rhythm of the guitar, and pretty good lyrics too. And I would give it like Anytime at All, probably 9.5 out of 10. Next song is Things We Said Today, another song by Paul for Jane Asher, and I really love the rhythm guitar in this song. You know that famous "tududum, tududum," and I love everything about it. It's a 10 out of 10. Next song is When I Get Home, one of my least favorite, maybe, like I'm Happy Just to Dance with You and Tell Me Why, but I think if I had to choose, I prefer When I Get Home to the other songs I just mentioned. Uh, it's another, what can I say? It's another catchy song, full of energy. Not as good as A Hard Day's Night or Can Buy Me Love. Uh, I think I would give it almost a 9 out of 10. Or if it's not a 9, an 8.9, something like that. Good song. Next song is You Can Do That. And right from the beginning, I love the guitar riff, that famous. It rocks, like the lyrics too. And the part that I love best is when John sings, "Everybody is green, 'cause I'm the one who won your love." I love this part. I love everything about the song anyway, and it's a 10 out of 10. Next song is I'll Be Back. And once again, I love everything about that song. I love the chords progression. Uh, I really like the lyrics too, and the vocal harmonies. The vocal harmonies are great, and it's a 10 out of 10. So for the whole album, I would give it a 10 out of 10. I think it's a great album. So that was it for my review. I hope you enjoyed, and like usually, I'd like you to leave your comments, and you can thumbs up this video if you wish. So thanks a lot for watching, and see you next time.